Gotta go to Tokyo bright and early tomorrow morning. Not gotcha. I get to go to Tokyo. I just want to be better. New Year's Eve in Tokyo is gonna be crazy.
I made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
I feel bad. I feel a lot of regret.
I suggest you use the money you got from pumping your Patreon to hire a good lawyer. You're gonna need it.
Before the world called them controversial, before the millions, the mansions, and the headlines, they were just two kids from Ohio, Logan and Jake Paul, two names that went from YouTube pranksters to business powerhouses. This is their playbook, the blueprint of chaos that somehow became an empire. Welcome to the Billionaire's Playbook, where we uncover the hidden strategies behind the world's most polarizing success stories. And today, we dive deep into the Paul brothers, from chaos to empire. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, because this story is just getting started. Before the glitz, before Los Angeles, there was Westlake, Ohio, a small town, big dreams. Logan Alexander Paul was born in 1995. 2 years later came Jake Joseph Paul. Their parents weren't billionaires, not Hollywood producers, just hard-working Midwesterners. But these boys had one thing most people didn't: a camera and unshakable belief that they were meant for more. In middle school, Logan was making videos for fun, editing them on a laptop he could barely afford. Jake was watching, learning, competing. The brothers were rivals, not just siblings. One wanted to outwork the other every single day. And that rivalry? It became the foundation of their empire. 2013, the world meets Vine. 6-second comedy. And Logan Paul owned it. He was funny, fearless, and calculated, experimenting with timing, storytelling, and shock value. Within months, he became one of the platform's biggest stars. Jake wasn't far behind. He studied Logan's every move and decided to carve his own lane. While Logan became the golden boy, Jake leaned into the rebel. By 2015, both brothers had millions of followers. Brands were calling. Opportunities were coming. And most importantly, the Paul brothers had built their first audience. But then, Vine died. And for most creators, that was the end. For Logan and Jake, it was only the beginning. When Vine shut down in 2017, thousands of influencers vanished. But the Pauls, they pivoted. Logan saw YouTube not as a platform, but as a business. He learned the algorithm, mastered thumbnails, and invested in better cameras, editors, and storytelling. Jake? He built Team 10, a digital content house before content houses were even a thing. He recruited, marketed, and monetized, turning social media into a factory of fame. But with rapid success came chaos, controversies, headlines, cancellations. Yet, even in their darkest moments, the Paul brothers kept creating, kept adapting. Because the secret was never luck. It was momentum. Every empire faces collapse. For the Paul brothers, it happened in public. Logan's infamous Japan scandal nearly ended his career. He was cancelled globally, sponsors gone, reputation shattered. But what came next was one of the greatest rebrands in internet history. Instead of disappearing, Logan rebuilt. He apologized. Genuinely. Then he pivoted again into podcasting with Impulsive, a show that drew millions. Jake, he took a different path. The boxing ring. People laughed at first, but soon those same people were buying tickets. Jake Paul turned controversy into currency. He trained like a professional, fought real fighters, and built a multi-million-dollar brand off discipline, not drama. And behind the scenes, they both learned business, marketing, licensing, negotiation. They stopped being influencers and started becoming entrepreneurs. Today, the Paul brothers aren't just entertainers, they're enterprises. Logan co-founded Prime Hydration with KSI, a drink that sold out across the globe, competing head-to-head with Gatorade. Prime reached $1.2 billion in retail sales within its first year. Jake launched Most Valuable Promotions, bringing boxing back into pop culture and giving creators new financial lanes. Together, their brands span YouTube, sports, merchandise, crypto, NFTs, fitness, and entertainment. They turned their names, once tabloid material, into multi-million-dollar trademarks. That's not luck, that's strategy. So what's the playbook? What can you learn from the Paul brothers' rise? 1. Adapt fast. They never got comfortable. Vine, YouTube, boxing, Prime. Each move was a pivot. 2. Own your narrative. When the world cancels you, rebuild your story before someone else writes it. 3. Leverage attention. They understood that attention, not talent, is the new currency. 4. Think bigger. They didn't stop at views. They built products, teams, and businesses. That's the Billionaire's playbook. Not perfection, but persistence. Love them or hate them, the Paul brothers proved one thing. You can start anywhere and still build everything. Because success doesn't belong to the chosen. It belongs to the relentless. This is the Billionaire's playbook. If you found value in this story, hit that subscribe button, like, and share this video. Because next week, we're decoding another modern-day empire.